Hey everybody, how you doing today? I'm lulzPIE, and today we are continuing our series on Call of Duty in the year 2021. Today, we talk about Call of Duty World War II. Released back in 2017, World War II is starting the era of the more modern Call of Duties. And I've got to say, this game is still strong. It is still kicking. There are a ton of people playing. But first, let me give you a little backstory of me in World War II. I have played this game a lot. Like, I've been playing Black Ops 1 since it was released. I still only have about, 14 days on there. I've got like 30-something days on World War II. I played this since launch. I waited in line at GameStop for the midnight release. This is what I really started my channel with. I started getting a lot of traction with World War II. A lot of people subscribe to me for World War II. I stream it every week. I play it a lot. I know a thing or two about this game, I'm not trying to gloat, but I'm ranked number 367 at the time of recording this on the PS4 leaderboard. So I'd say I definitely know a thing or two about World War II. So let's get into it, huh? Like I said, there is a lot of people playing. Now, while I can't give you exact numbers for like who's in what playlist, and I can't even give percentages like I can on Black Ops 3 and Modern Warfare Remastered, they took that out, which kind of sucks considering there is a lot of game modes in this game. I'd say probably, I'm probably lowballing it here, but there's probably about 25, 30 game modes. So, what you can do, though, to get a feel of how many people are playing this game, you can go to your dossier and go to the leaderboard, change it to monthly, and at the bottom there, it'll show you how many people have logged in for the month. As of recording this, over 432,000 players have played World War II on the PS4 this month. That is a lot. That is a lot of people. Now, I don't know what the requirements for showing up on the leaderboard is. I don't know if all you have to do is log in, and then you can hop off and not even play a match or anything. I don't know if you got to go and, score 1 point in a game and then leave or what. But 432,000 people have logged into this game, and the month's not, it's only halfway over. That's great. That's a lot of people. All right. Now, my headquarters is usually full. I will log in every once in a while and it'll be dead. It's going to happen. But for the most part, my headquarters is bustling. There are people opening supply drops in the firing range, the 1v1 pit, and there's always going to be a lot of people doing jumping jacks or something, trying to farm that social score, which at this point is impossible, but hey, more power to them, right? Now, this can be affected by region. The Call of Duty World War II subreddit, which is still semi, active, I have seen people hop on there and be like, hey, I live in Australia and my headquarters is always empty. It's always just me. I see a lot of posts like that. So I'm assuming, I live in the Northeast US. I don't know if, I'm pretty sure region has a lot to do with that. It's not going to try and throw someone from Australia into a headquarters with somebody in North America. So first, let's talk about the most popular game mode. And I know any of you who play this game know what I'm talking about. Shipment! Shipment, right there on the front page, is always popular. It is the most popular game mode. That's where a lot of the sweats are. If you're going to go hop on Shipment, make sure you know a thing or two first, because if not, you're going to get stomped. Alright. That's where a lot of the, master prestiges, high-level players, they go there. That's where they try and, get their high score per minute, high KD. Jeep campers, requisitions users, a lot of cancerous players, and then you got a lot of people like me who just run and gun like crazy and get really good at it. Alright, outside of Shipment, I'm an above average player, but when it comes to Shipment, especially hardcore Shipment, I can kick some ass. Now, speaking of hardcore Shipment, I always find a match of hardcore Shipment, though sometimes it'll throw me into a lobby where there's like only 2 people in there. And the match will start with only 2 people. I jumped into a match in progress while recording this gameplay, and there was only 2 people in there. It happens. Hardcore Shipment is buried all the way at the bottom of the hardcore playlist, so it's a little harder for people to find, especially if they, have never really looked around before and they're newer. Alright, so let's go over the core game mode. So, Team Deathmatch, Domination, Free-for-all, always popular. You will always find a match. I can't say so much about DLCs. I do have the Season Pass installed. I could not really tell if I had a Season Pass lobby or not because I got base game maps every single time, and they were all that I was seeing in rotation. I have gotten DLC lobbies for Team Deathmatch and Domination. Free-for-all, not so much, because it is less populated. TDM and Dom, most popular core modes outside of Shipment. Now, I'm surprised I actually found a match of Kill Confirmed. Kill Confirmed is buried way at the bottom of the core playlist because it actually was not a playlist until the last update. Sledgehammer added it in. They just added every single game mode that they had in there. And Kill Confirmed got buried like almost at the bottom. But I was surprised. I actually found a game of it, so that was good. Outside of Shipment, if you want a different kind of try-hard sweat fest, then go to Ground War, because that is where all the no-life sweaty quickscopers are. And be warned, if you want to go and take on some quickscopers, you better, if you kill one, make sure you look straight up at the sky, because chances are they are using commando with escalation, and they're parachuting down in to kill the entire team in their spawn. That happens so many times. I hate Ground War. Quickscopers have totally ruined it, but whatever, man. At least, for the most part, they're just quarantined in there. There are some issues with quickscopers and other modes, but I will touch on that here in a minute. So let's talk about the last core game mode, War. War is unique to Call of Duty World War II, and it's not the same war that you find in, like, World at War. War in this is a completely objective-based game mode where you go through and, you attack or defend, and you have different, stages and blah, 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 blah. You go through, it's awesome. If you have World War II and you play it and you've never played War, get on there. It's great. Now, it is objective-based. As the game's going on, I have noticed that less people who just run and gun and try and go for kills have been playing it, and it's been just a lot of people playing the objective, which is great. Okay, that's wonderful, because for a while there, when the game was still, in its life cycle, it was just full and ruined by people, like, just running around quick-scoping, going on kill streaks for some reason, because KD is not tracked in this game mode. Alright, there are no kill streaks. The only thing you're doing is raising your score per minute. That's it. Nothing else is tracked in this game mode. But in regular War, I will rarely find a DLC lobby, which kind of sucks because Operation Husky, it's like tied for my favorite war map, is not available in Ground War. It's not available in Ground War. Say that 10 times fast. Because of the dogfighting section of it. I guess they couldn't get 9v9 dogfighting working, which kind of sucks, because that would have been awesome. But I very rarely find a DLC lobby for regular War. Ground War, though, I always find a DLC lobby for that. So, the war maps, the DLC war maps, are amazing. I'm not a fan of Supercharge or Arcane, but I still have fun with them. They're not my favorite maps. Actually, they're my least favorite maps, but they're still fun. It's nice to switch it up. Alright, so let's talk about hardcore playlists. Now, same thing for core. Team Deathmatch, Domination, Free-for-all. I found matches like it was nothing. I clicked, and I found. Now, hardcore Team Deathmatch, I usually do find a DLC lobby. Once again, I could not tell today because it was just a base game map, and I don't know. But typically, I do find DLC lobbies. Domination, very quick finding a match. I don't think I've ever played a DLC map on that, at least not recently. I did find a lobby of Kill Confirmed, but it threw me into a pregame lobby with 2 other people. I backed out, tried to find another one, and same thing, just kept throwing me into the same lobby with the 2 people. I couldn't find an actual game in progress, but you might be able to find one, I don't know. Alright, so that's about it for hardcore. Let's talk about the party games list. So, party games, we're going to talk about the first one that is on the front page there, Horde Point. Horde Point is amazing. Horde Point is basically Hardpoint. Well, it is Hardpoint, but whenever you're on the Hardpoint, zombies spawn. It is so much fun. It is hectic. It is chaotic. If you haven't played it, it's right there. It's populated. People are always in it. Hell, every once in a while, it's rare, but every once in a while, I will find a DLC lobby for it. Which, when that does happen, that's great, because some of these DLC maps for Horde Point are just mwah, wonderful. Wunderbar. I love Horde Point. Now, that being said, typically, a match of Horde Point will go like this. You'll have 1 or 2 people on both teams actually playing the objective, sitting on the horde point, you know, racking up that time. At the end of the match, they have like 2.5 minutes on the point. They'll have like, you know, 100+ zombie kills, and they'll have like, you know, 3 to 10 player kills. And then you got some dude on each team running around quick scope, and they'll have like 20 player kills, 0 time on the horde point, like 5 zombie kills. And then you got, you know, other people just running around killing whatever. Play the damn objective, please. But horde point is a blast. Definitely check it out. I easily found a match of Infected. Same for dogfighting, but dogfighting can be very sweaty, which I know is a weird thing to say. There's usually one guy in every lobby of dogfighting that's all they play, and they'll go on like epic kill streaks, and you know you can't get them no matter what. They know how to shake you off, which I'm decent at dogfighting, but I always have the worst luck. Like I'll be chasing somebody, shooting them, and all of a sudden I'll have 3 of their teammates chasing me down, and I'll die in a couple seconds. Man, I've had some really awesome games where I've gone, you know, like 20-1, but sometimes it's hard. Now, I did also find a match of Prop Hunt like it's nothing. Prop Hunt, still very popular in here, which is good because I love Prop Hunt in this game. The problem is, dude, it's hard. Some of these maps, especially like when you get into Winter Carentan, they're so detailed. There's so much stuff, and when you're playing multiplayer, you're not really keeping track of that. So unless you play Prop Hunt a lot and realize where everything is, it's hard to find some of these props. I have trouble with that. And I also found a match of Gun Game, which was so embarrassing. Yeah, I was doing really well. I was like 2nd or 3rd place. We were up there fighting for the last couple levels, and then I took a throw knife to the dick to end the game, and I lost. So those are all the game modes that you can find players in. I did not have time in my stream to play zombies. Going through, because I played 1 match in every single one of these game modes. War takes a while. War can take upwards of half an hour to play a full game. By the time my 3-hour stream was up, I had just finished Gun Game. I went and played a quick match of Ground War. I did not want to do it, but I did it just for the footage and to know that it was still alive. And then I had to go. There were so many different active game modes in this game. It is amazing. So, you know, feel free to look around. You might be surprised. Like, I wish I could find a match of Leprechaun Hunt. I will very rarely. Some of these other party game modes, like Leprechaun Hunt, Throwback, you can sometimes get lucky and find a game, but it's hard. I would suggest maybe getting a group of friends together, or hell, even going on like the World War II subreddit and trying to get people together and just, you know, all you guys just go hop in the game mode at the same time and just play a couple matches. Especially if you haven't played Leprechaun Hunt. I love Leprechaun Hunt. It's very fun. Very fun. But real quick, I'm going to go over how the lobbies are and how, like, the players are, the types of players in there. Like I said, Shipment, Hardcore Shipment, Ground War is where all the sweats are. You know, Shipment, you got people jeep camping, requisitions users, you know, people just being douchebags, laying down, mounting an LMG, and just spraying through the crates into the spawn and spawn killing everybody. But if you can get good at Shipment, then you can stop people like that. And it feels good whenever you got somebody who's just being a douchebag and you keep killing them. That feels really good. And like I said, for Ground War, it's just quick scoper city, you know, abusing commando and escalation. So, you know, they can sit there with their PDRS and, you know, pretty much fire it like a submachine gun. It sucks, but, you know, they're abusing a broken system with that. And then as soon as you kill them, they come parachuting in and kill you again anyways. The rest of the game modes, the hardcore game modes, it's your typical hardcore lobbies. You know, you got campers everywhere. You got a couple of people running around. Mostly campers, though. All the other game modes, it's a mixed bag. I see a lot of new players, a lot of low levels, I saw some level 1s today. You know, level 1 to level 8, you know, other low levels. You know, you got some Master Prestiges, some, you know, mixed ranks in there. You see a lot of different people. Most of the Master Prestiges, though, the level 1000s, they usually stick to Shipment. So, going and playing these other game modes, you will find a lot of the lower level players, and that's good. So So zombies, like I said, I didn't have time to play zombies. I can tell, though, from the World War II subreddit and the Call of Duty Zombies subreddit that people do play it, at least the original map. I can't really speak for the DLC maps. It is still a newer game, so I'm going to safely assume that you should be able to find one. I would ask somebody before you go buying DLCs, though. And speaking of which, unless you really want it and you can find it for cheap, I wouldn't suggest buying DLCs, okay, for PS4. If they're on sale and you have the extra money, yeah, go ahead. But while I can find DLC lobbies still, I can tell it's getting harder and harder as time passes, and it's going to get to the point where I just won't be able to find DLC lobbies anymore, which is going to suck. But it's going to happen one day. You know, I definitely got my money's worth out of the Season Pass, but, you know, I bought that at launch. You know, completely different game now. But nowadays, I would not suggest it. So there you have it. There is Call of Duty World War II in the year 2021. It is, you know, at least for PS4, it's alive. It is thriving. There are a ton of players. Like I said, 400-something thousand people have played this month alone. You know, for Xbox, I hear the player counts are a lot lower. There are still people playing, but it's nowhere near as big as the PS4. And PC, from what I hear, it's basically dead, except for shipment. Like, you know, they got a little bit of a cheater problem for what I've seen. Like wall hacks, auto aim, that kind of shit. Basically, Black Ops 2 for the PS3. But, yeah, if you have it, like if you picked it up for free on PS Plus and you haven't downloaded it yet, do it. Play it. It's a great game. I highly suggest it. It's a lot different than from when it launched. Like, when it launched, it got a lot of flack, which, you know, it deserved, because it just... The launch for World War II was just so horrible. Alright, the crashes, the servers were just dog crap. And after they kicked out Michael Condrey and Sledgehammer could turn around and make the game that the players wanted, it became so much better. It became like 3 times better. It is amazing now. Probably the last classic style Call of Duty we will see in a while. Like, this is as close as we're going to get to, like, you know, Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2 kind of gameplay. Considering, you know, we had Black Ops 4, which is like super arcadey, specialist, you know, I got all these abilities kind of shit. And then you got Modern Warfare and Cold War, that just completely different game altogether, pretty much. So, if you have it, download it and play it. I love seeing new people in here. If you don't have it and you find it for cheap, I definitely suggest it. Pick it up. It's a great game. You know, most of the people who you see talking shit about this game, or people who are like, no, don't buy it, it's garbage, they played it at launch, wrote it off, and they never touched it again. Which I can understand why they did, but I really wish a lot of them would come back and try again, because I think they would probably change their minds. But thanks for coming out, everybody. Like I said, I stream this weekly, or at least I try to. I stream Tuesdays through Saturdays, starting at 1 p.m. Eastern, so definitely come and hang out. We have lots of fun. But yeah, thanks for coming out and watching my stupid little video. I tried to keep it as short as I could, but I feel like I'm running on about 15 minutes now. There's a lot to cover in this game. This game's still alive. There's so much to do. There's so much to do. It's amazing. Sledgehammer made a good game. Props. But thanks for coming out. Thanks for watching, and hopefully I will see you all next time. Bye!
They done.